Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our Iskcon official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss 9th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, in which there is description of Dhruva Maharaj returned from the Madhuvana. So in first five verses, it is described how Lord appeared and empowered Dhruva to speak. Stated in verse 3, that taddarsanena gata sadhasa khitau avandatangam vinamaya dandavat Drigvyang prapasyan prapivan ivarvakas chumban iva sena bhujair iva aslishan. That means when Dhruva Maharaj saw his Lord just in front of him, he was greatly agitated and offered him obeisance and respect. He fell flat before him like a rod and became absorbed in love of Godhead. Dhruva Maharaj in ecstasy looked upon the Lord as if he were drinking the Lord with his eyes and kissing the lotus feet of the Lord with his mouth and embracing the Lord with his arms. The purport G Padaseva Swami says, Adrigvya prapivan iva bandata. He was worshipping the Lord, or he will offer obeisances and also prayers in this way. Drigvya prapiban iva. As if drinking the nectar of the Lord's beauty through his eyes. Similarly, asena chumbaniva, in his mouth, like kissing the Lord in his mouth, and also drigvya bhujabhyam aslisyam, embracing the Lord in his hands. He was in this way bandhata, he was in this way doing prayer, praying the Lord. So Dhruva Maharaj wanted to glorify the Lord, but he couldn't do that. So the Lord touched his forehead with his conch shell. So Dhruva Maharaj started praying. Yeah. To 6 to 7, these 12 verses. Yeah. So in verse 6, Dhruva Maharaj prays, Jo anta pravisya mimam prasuptam sanjeevaiti akhila shakti dharaswadhamna anyasya hasta charana sravanadrugadin pranannam bhagavate purushaya tubhyam. My dear Lord, you are all powerful. After entering within me, you have enlivened all my sleeping senses, my hands, legs, ears, touch sensation, life force, and especially my power of speech. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto you. In this way, the first prayer is like that. G Padaseva Swami in his purport says, this is like these 12 verses are like Dvadasa Aditya Iva, like 12 suns. Shodhamna means Chit Shaktya. By the Lord's Chit Shakti, spiritual potency, he got all this potency. Dhruva Maharaj. So in verse 10, Dhruva Maharaj says, Ja nivriti stanuvritang tava pada padma dhyanad bhavajjana katha sravanena vasyat sa brahmani so maimani api nathanamabhut king tu antakasi lulitat padatam bimanat. That means, my Lord, the transcendental bliss derived from meditating upon your lotus feet or hearing about your glories from pure devotee is so unlimited that it is far beyond the stage of Brahmananda, wherein one thinks himself merged in the impersonal Brahman as one with the Supreme. Since Brahmananda is also repeated by the transcendental bliss derived from devotional service, then what to speak of the temporary blissfulness of elevating oneself to the heavenly planets, which is ended by the separating sword of time? Although one may be elevated to the heavenly planet, he falls down in due course of time. G Padaseva Swami says, nanu swargadi sukham sakame prapyate niskam bhajane tat na ityata. Those worshippers who worship the Lord with some desire, they will get so many things like heaven, etc. But what one will get in Iskcon bhajan without any desire? So, to answer this question, Dhruva Maharaj says this verse. In verse 11, Dhruva Maharaj says, Bhakting moho prabhatang taime prasango bhuyat anantamhatam amalasayanam jenan jaso urvana urvasan bhavabdhim nisye bhavat gunakatha mrutapanamat. O unlimited Lord, kindly bless me so that I may associate with great devotees who engage in your transcendental loving service constantly, as waves of a river constantly flow. Such transcendental devotees are completely situated in an uncontaminated state of life. By the process of devotional service, I shall sure be able to cross the nascent ocean of material ocean, which is filled with the waves of blazing fire-like dangers. It will be very easy for me, for I am becoming mad to hear about your transcendental qualities and pastimes which are eternally existent. So Sripad Swami says, Nano mokhyam kim no jachase ato aha. If the Lord says, why don't you ask liberation? So this verse is stated in to answer that question. Nesya means param gamishyami. Param gamishyami means I can cross over the material nations. So in next 18 to 26, these 9 verses says how Lord bestowed benedictions and departed. So the Lord said in text 22 that prasthite tu vanam pitra datva gam dharma sansraya sat trinsad varsha sahasram rakhita vyahatendriya. That means after your father goes to the forest and awards you the rule of his kingdom, you will rule continuously the entire world for 36,000 years, and all your senses will continue to be as strong as they are now. You will never become old. There is no old age in the spiritual world. And also for the devotees also. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada Maharaj says, the system of Bhakti Yoga described by Queen Suniti to her son Dhruva is the standard way of God relation. So, but Dhruva Maharaj got the darshan of the Lord and got so much boon also, but still then Dhruva Maharaj regretted. Stated in verse 35 that Sarajyam Jachatum Odhyan Maname Vikidamatbata Iswarakshana Punyena Parikaran Ivadhana. Because of my state of complete foolishness and positive pious activities, although the Lord offered me his personal service, I wanted material name, fame and prosperity. My case is just like that of a poor man who, when he satisfied a great emperor who wanted to give him anything he might ask, out of ignorance asked only a few broken grains of husked rice. Padikaran, Sripad Swami says, Swarajyam means Nijanandam. The Lord's spiritual transcendental bliss is there. And Bhikkhito means I begged only these things. Padikaran, Satusha Tandulakara. Very, as Prabhupada Maharaj said, husked rice. Why I wanted some husked rice? This is Dhruva Maharaj regretting. So we should get lesson from that. What we will ask from the Lord. So 37 to 67, this 31 verses, Dhruva reaches father's palace. So it is stated in Hari Bhakti Sudodaya that though the Lord wanted to give him his boons, but Prahlad Maharaj didn't ask any boon. There is a famous verse in that literature that sthana vidasi tapasi stitoham tvang praptavan deva manindra guhyam kachang vichinvan api divya ratna swaming krutarthosming no barang no jache. My Lord, I wanted to have some land, for that I did this austerity, but I got you, which is unavailable to very great demigods or munis also. But I now realize I was searching for some broken glasses, but I found you, gem, Divya Ratna. So I am fully satisfied, Prabhu. I don't want anything. Still then the Lord gave him this Dhruva planet. The Dhruva planet is still there, and Dhruva is staying there with his mother and other followers. And next verse, next chapter 10, it will stated how Dhruva Maharaj ruled the kingdom, entire world. So thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like our channel and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.